Olympic spot available as they take on Uganda here in this opening match. And Greg O'Shea, former Ireland international, for a team that has been down on confidence, has had a dreadful year, let's be fair about Canada. Uganda is a side that is a very tricky opening proposition.
Yes, the two teams here are coming from an emotional place. Uganda very happily did well in the Challenger Series, but Canada knocked out of the World Series only recently. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here. Two very different teams. Will be a great game.
Well, it's interesting hearing the comments of Canada's coach Sean White in the week. He said the squad has actually stayed in Europe post-Madrid, where they missed out in the playoff, but they've been able to turn the page on Madrid, what happened there, and all the focus on this match and this Olympic repechage. Ben Breakspear from Wales is our referee in charge of this match. A chance for Canada, who are on, it's about 29-game losing streak. Let's go on a game this year. It dates back to the Cape Town World Series tournament, whereas Uganda, well, they're a team with some vast experience, some incredible athletes who will also play in the Rugby Africa tournament next week as well. So they've had lots of games, and they will be right for this challenge, Uganda. And it'll be them to get us underway. They are in the black, Canada in their traditional red, with a towering shallow kick that goes a perfect 11 metres in first possession here for Uganda to get going and put Canada under pressure early on. And this is the man that they'll be wary of, Philip Walkerach. Firstly getting away, able to offload in the tackle from the kickoff. Adrian Casito, and it's Uganda inside 20 seconds.
Unbelievable from Uganda, right from the kickoff. Probably less than 15 seconds that was, but they mean business here in Monaco. Straight from the kickoff, they knock it back, keep it alive, and they're over for a 5-pointer straight away.
Well, the danger of Philip Walkerach. Attempt to kick this from the side as well and curl it round and curl it round and curl it round. He does. What a start for Philip Walkerach and Uganda. There's their women's team who started well, watching on. Less than a minute gone, 7 points to 0.
It's the ideal start for Uganda. Let's see, can it capitalise?
Well, just try the same thing exactly again. Canada very much aware of the threat this time, and it's neatly brought down by Cooper Coates. So a chance for Canada to get a game going as Alex Russell takes it forward and concedes a penalty. Held on. Canada, they started poorly in Madrid, and then it steamrolled from there. Already put themselves under some early pressure.
Interesting choice here from Uganda. Centrepiece scrum. They've had a lot of matches this year, so we're going to see something special here, I'm sure. They're planning something up their sleeve.
Crouch!
Sixth overall in the Challenger Series, Uganda. They have got some athletes. Away they come, scooting from the base of the scrum as the try scorer, looking for a little switch. Good play, cut back infield. Oh, that's really good work, though, over the ball this time from Canada and Ethan Hager, and away goes Coates. Cooper Coates with the quick tap. It's getting a little isolated again, but penalty for Canada, and that will help.
Clear away.
Coates goes again. And now a little stab forward. No one sweeping back and behind, so chase coming. Runner was blocked ever so slightly. Hager who put it through, but he's put really good pressure on here, and now it's taken back. So it'll be a 5-metre scrum from Canada. Good heads-up stuff from Ethan Hager.
Brilliant work from Hager there. I was questioning the kick, and he went completely by himself. A kick is only as good as its chase, and look at that effort. Canada have core series ability, so they're not going to want to go down to Uganda here.
Set!
Thomas Isherwood to feed the scrum on the 5-metre line. Chance for Canada to get straight back into it. Big barnstorming, bullocking runner Matt Awara is standing in at first receiver.
And just maintain your height. Better set, please. Let's go. Time on. Crouch! Bind!
Just been asked both teams to keep their height. Uganda's all up about 7 foot tall, so there's plenty of it. All the way down. Here goes Isherwood, though, and it will be for Awara, just trying to barrel his way over a couple. Good defence from Uganda, but it's nice and quick for Isherwood to rip it wide for the man who set it up. Ethan Hager on the edge gets the reward.
He deserves that 5-pointer, Ethan Hager. He started this passage to play. And you can see what Canada were trying to do here. They set it up in the middle with their big man and then whip it out to the wing. Very smart try.
A good composure too from Canada, rocked early and able just to regroup and get themselves back into it. Conversion stays away, so it's Uganda 7, Canada 5.
Kickoff is going to be vital here now for Canada to try and get the ball back, keep the pressure on Uganda, and be the next score before halftime.
Cooper Coates looking to find a little bit of grass here and almost does, but more that is athletic in the air from Timothy Kasinga. Uganda from inside their own 22 this time with ball in hand.
You pulled out, play on.
Got to get a go again. I was left there, and it was Phil Burner, the captain, who came through, scooped it up. The footwork from Coates is good. Aworo on the shoulder and just dragging defenders with him. That's Matt Aworo at his best, powerhouse to go in under the post for Canada.
I'm not going to reward you when you clearly
Yeah, write it down. Put his name in the book, Matthew Aworo.
Seal sign delivered there by Aworo. Great work by Canada. You see Isherwood there, step back, let the Ugandan player fly over the ruck. Hot step in, thought he was going to get to the line, managed to be dragged down, but look at this power. I am going to this line.
He is so strong. Such a nice, pleasant bloke as well. Some supporters in the crowd, the Canadians, and they go in front, converted try. It's good, 12 points to 7.
I wonder how long he was planning that celebration, practicing his signature. Well done.
Yeah, well, he was one who had the toughest go of all in Madrid. Matt Aworo was pretty harshly red carded in that first game and didn't play a rest of the part in Madrid. They've got more ball here, has Canada. Uganda concede the penalty.
Interesting, Canada tapped the first 2 balls they got early on in the half, but now they've decided to slow it down, kick it into the corner, because they have this game by a chokehold. They know they're up, and they're trying to get another score here before halftime.
Cooper Coates just giving the directions, running the cutter. The sort of player who you have to say both of his names every time. Just doesn't sound right if you don't.
I don't like Ricky Swannell.
I've got 3 names. Had an extra one, and here goes Canada again with Thomas Isherwood. And there is Cooper Coates, Matt Aworo again. We're going to go over the top once more. A reset in midfield, recycle quickly for the captain, Burner. Here goes Phil Burner, barreling towards the line. Phil Burner, all his experience, he knows what it's like to be an Olympian, and he wants to be there again. Canada extend the lead.
You can see the plan paid off for Canada here. They kicked it to the corner, and this is precision. Once again, using their big man in the centre to suck in the defenders, which works beautifully. He manages to pull the ball back, and it's just simple hands there to the captain, who barrels over. He means business this weekend.
Great response from Canada after conceding inside 15, 20 seconds. And now they go out 19 points to 7 with a good conversion wide as well. I want to try and regather here. It'll be a dangerous chance of, if Uganda can get possession, which they won't be able to do. Aworo and then Isherwood did really well, so they might fancy another one. Good fingertip control from Matt Aworo, who is having a storming first half, gets a second try after the halftime hooter, and Canada take charge.
Double signature celebration. Aworo, well done. But you see that's 3 tries in a row for Canada. They're just putting the foot on the pedal, and they're steaming away with this game. It's a really good end to the first half, even though they started slow.
Canada showing they are still a force, and they go into the half. Great Britain coming up next, taking on China in their first game. This is day one of the World Rugby Olympic Repechage, in Canada, who have had a tough old season, find themselves 26 points to 7 up. A great first half after being rocked early.
Backwards for me. It was backwards for me.
And just when he thought he was never going to have to put a headset on again and do another interview with us, guess what? Shaun White gets to have another yarn. Shaun, this is a great start from your team, responding really well. Just give us an insight into what it's been like the last few weeks in preparation for this tournament.
Yeah, well, we were lucky enough with the funding from our Olympic partner to be over in France after Madrid. You know, not the way we wanted to finish Madrid by any means, but being in the time zone, getting used to the temperature, and being together as a group for 2 more weeks really helped.
Hiya, Shaun. Great first half. Is the plan to get the ball to Awaru, suck in the Ugandan defenders, and then score in the width? Is that what the message is for the second half?
We want to get the ball into our ball players' hands. You know, I think when we look back at Madrid, we really missed Matt. Not necessarily in the backfield, but all over the field. And yeah, we just want to be a little more aggressive in our attack and tighten up our defense.
How have you been able to park Madrid, worry about what the ramifications that later, and put all your focus into this weekend?
Yeah, we talked about opportunity. You know, the players talked about redemption a little bit, but really redemption is making the most of your opportunity. So we weren't happy with where we are, you know, and it's been a tough year all the way through, but we have a real opportunity to do something special here, and that's been our goal.
An opportunity onto attack here. We'll let you go, Shaun. Appreciate your time as always. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Here goes Awaru up the middle once more. As Coates goes again. Now Cal Sager just trying to wrestle his way through. Uganda haven't been able to get their hands on the ball at all. Quick tap, Cooper Coates, over he goes, try.
Classy work from Canada there. Get the first try of the second half, but you can pull it all the way back. You could see that they went with the backdoor option this time, and then they capitalized on that momentum from sucking in the Uganda players. And then it's all about just pace, recycling the ball, keeping the pace up, and look at this. Ugandan defenders were nowhere to be seen.
Cooper Coates tries to chip the conversion, frustrated with himself, missed it. As they stretch out 31 points to 7, have just had no ball, Uganda, since that opening try.
Well, I think that World Series experience is shining through here in the Canadian team.
I think our cameraman Steve Crippo is showing his allegiances for sure. Kickoff hasn't gone 10, so here's a chance for Uganda.
Yeah, 4 minutes is still a lot of time. This game is definitely not over. You're going to need to use this ball now in the centre of the pitch. And they're calling a scrum again, which is an interesting choice. They must have been working on this the last few weeks.
There's 99 on Jack Carson for Canada.
Bind.
Recently awarded World Rugby Try of the Year. It was a heck of an effort, a team effort in Vancouver. Voted as the best try of the season. That shows the class and quality of Canada. And here comes Uganda really getting back onto attack through Kenny for the first time in the half. In a strike, and just maybe ask a few questions of this Canadian defence. Uganda looking to keep that ball alive. And now Repechage couldn't get around the outside of Sager. Good tackle, and then Canada just barrel through, out-muscling Uganda. Burnett spins it across for Elias Hancock. Some fresh legs out there for the Canadians now as they come back out to the left. And Awaru still looks fresh. The man on a mission. Carson. Burnett rips it wide for Hancock. He's got Josiah Mora, and Mora has been a key man for Canada all season. Can't get around the defence of O'Kenny, and in fact ripped away and stripped. Good work from Norbert O'Kenny, one of the key figures in this Ugandan team. Up the middle they go with the footwork of Repechage. He tried to offload it, Mora got in the way, and Canada diffused the Ugandan attack. Now this is hugely confidence building for Canada at the moment as Carson comes away with it. Isherwood, it's a little untidy, but it's going to work out for Burnett. And then Awaru again. Not going to have the pace to get around Munyani. It's a little ragged, and somehow it's still worked out for Tommy Isherwood, who's got Hancock with him. He tries to throw a speculator, and back we come again. Straight up the middle, they go through Casito, who started the scoring within 15 seconds, and will get a second. Timothy Casito, end-to-end play by Uganda.
Oh my Lord, what a passage of play. If you want to fall in love with Rugby Sevens, watch the last minute of rugby. They were just trading blows in the middle of the park. Isherwood, he thought he saw the whitewash. He got pulled back in, and a speculative pass, to say the least, Ricky. And then they managed to go 80 metres down the middle of the pitch, blitzed it. Outstanding shift there from both teams. Uganda managing to get the score in the end.
Remembering too, that points difference, particularly in Pool A and B, will be a factor as the best third place teams look to advance into the top 8. And that could be an important strike. He gets a second. Uganda's second as well, 31 points to 12. That's going to hit grass. Misunderstanding by the Canadians, but it's come away all right for Morra, who's rounded upon by O'Kenny. Noah Flesh out there in 77, but won't get hands on the ball. And here come Uganda again. It's Casito once more. Now, Alunga Allen goes forward. They spread out to the right. Uganda looking for a third. Could have ramifications in the overall scheme of things. Oh, Canada got in over this, though. Good work at the breakdown once more.
A great defensive work by Canada there, protecting their line. As you mentioned a while ago, Ricky, points difference does matter in this competition. So they're just protecting that lead they have, and they're going to see out the game here now.
Wow, what it's going to mean. A first win of the year for Canada. Goes back to Cape Town, 29 in a row, and they have got victory finally, and a well-deserved one too. Canada have shown they're not going anywhere just yet. They might have been down, but they are certainly not out. Canada showing they'll be a threat this weekend. Canada 31, Uganda 12. A 29-game losing streak comes to an end. Well deserved, and they can probably afford themselves a wee smile, but work still to do for this Canadian team. Set up by the work of Awaru, Hager, and others. And speaking of, we can hear from Matt Awaru. He is with Philippa Tatia.
Hi Matt, congratulations on the win. After Madrid, where you weren't able to make the impact you wanted to, you've certainly made your impact early here. How'd that go for you?